Real Estate Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. Just curious, as everyone's jumping on right now, type 1 if you just came over here from the other video. I'm curious how many people came over right away. I'm trying to figure out how to get these two channels to mix a little bit better. Got two stories for you about Wells Fargo and Citizens Bank. First off, Citizens Bank. This is one of the banks that was highlighted by a credit rating agency that they may be getting a future downgrade. I did a story a little while ago about, cool, thank you so much for coming over, everyone. I did a video earlier about somebody that needs to remain nameless because their job would be threatened. That is a part of a company that sells paper, meaning loans, paper to Citizens Bank. They said it is getting very difficult. Citizens is on, it seems like emergency alert. They are freaking out. They are getting very tight in their standards. So they will not buy the same paper that they used to just a mere handful of months ago. That tells you something right there off the bat. They're getting very tight, very strict. Consequently, the person that gave me this information also said that they have been told that if they do not have more deposits coming into the bank, if they do not open up more accounts, that they are going to find themselves very illiquid in a liquidity crisis very soon. This is not the only bank that's having this problem. So you've got Citizens and then the banks that are trying to sell paper to Citizens. All right, we're going to talk about Wells Fargo too. Remember, every time a bank closes a branch, it's because of reasons for two things. Either it has figured out a way of getting you to not show up at the branch and do everything online, or it doesn't have the money to run that branch. All right. We've seen tons of bank failures happening recently where before the failure comes and they're like, all right, we're claiming bankruptcy, we're closing our doors, we got to sell off our assets because the FDIC is forcing us to. They are saying, hey, we laid a bunch of people off, and then their stock rallies. It's disgusting to me, but that's just how it is. That's how it works. All right. Type 2, if you work for a bank and yeah, there's stuff going on, like let people know. And if you're willing to talk about it down in the comment section, let people know. I've got great insiders. As a matter of fact, other YouTubers call me and they go, how do you know all this stuff? And I have great people that work inside of banks that I can vet, and they send me information. It's been amazing. Citizens Pay in the side of the U.S. Sun. Major bank with 1,000 branches closes outlet for good after sending concerning letter to customers and shuttering 38 spots. First off, do not get confused or tunnel visioned into a bank that has a ton of branches as opposed to one that doesn't have as many branches. It's all about assets under management, and it's what type of assets are under management that can affect this bank, or any bank. Because we're seeing these robo banks opening up, and they're billions and tens or 20s of billions of dollars under mass management, and they have no branches. All right. So that affects you just as much as these banks that have a lot of branches. So it says here, the revelation has rocked clients as Citizens Bank, one of America's oldest banks. It's like the 13th or it's like the 14th or 15th largest bank in the country, to give you an idea of scope, size, has already shuttered 38 branches, says reports. A Pennsylvania resident told the Lewis Town Sentinel that he and other Citizens Bank customers have recently received a concerning notification. Oh, and real quick, I got to go through my emails because I know people are getting very disheartening or very concerning emails or letters from Chase Bank, Citibank, and some other things. I got to go through those too and share them with you. He had initially assumed that it was junk mail as it was lacking detail. This notice stated that the Burnham branch, about an hour northwest of Harrisburg, would close at 12 p.m. on Wednesday, December 13th. This is in the future, December 13th. The affected outlet is located near the Greater Lewiston Shopping Plaza. The Sentinel cited the brief one-paragraph letter as saying, we've enjoyed getting to know you at Burnham branch. And then it says, we wanted to personally inform you that we'll be closing on Wednesday, December 13th. We want to make it as convenient as possible for you to continue to bank with us. So although the Burnham branch won't be available, you can still bank anytime using ATM, online, or mobile. Says here, Heckert, who has been banking at that branch for about 5 decades, said he was worried about being forced to bank online. The 91, type 3 if you do not want to bank online, that you like going into a branch. Type 4 if banking online is fine with you, you're cool with it. But I want to see how many people are typing 3. Like, you want to be able to talk to someone. You want to have that hometown feel. You want to feel comfortable. And you like the fact that, quite frankly, that bank is producing jobs. I don't like calling a bank and having someone from India in the country, another country, talking to me on the phone. They're receiving money and jobs outside of this country, not Americans. All right. I got nothing wrong with India as a country. As a matter of fact, I want to go there and visit. I think Indian people are amazing. But by and large, we've got to keep our own money in our own country. And I bet you anyone in India would think the same thing. You know, we got to build our own economy up, right? So the 91-year-old Reedfield man said, I was concerned about switching banks and about my direct deposit for my Social Security, but he was relieved it was just the local outlet and not the actual bank itself that was closing. The problem is it's going to get worse. Following fellow customer Brian Rothrock of Lewiston told the paper the pre-Christmas closure was inconvenient as it meant more travel for him. There's about to be a lot more inconvenience here to these people. It would force him to drive over the 7 mountains to get game day Penn State booster buttons from branches at State College, he said. Oh man, see, this is what blows me away. I got to be honest here. This is the kind of stuff that concerns people right now, and they don't see what's really happening. Like, no. It's not just one bank branch. The banks are hemorrhaging. They're crashing right now. It's already worse than 08 on a dollar amount. But what just happened in the spring, this is bad. And people are like, oh man, I'm going to have to drive next town. Oh man, I'm going to have to go over these mountains to go get my booster buttons. I'm like, don't worry. You're not going to have money to go to a Penn State game. They don't even know that hyperinflation is on its way. That's not fear tactic. That's how economics works. Like, that's what blows me away. That's where people still are that are getting interviewed. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go next door to the town. Do you know how much gas is gonna cost? It's gonna be like an extra quarter of a gallon. Well, get ready, because gas is gonna be over $10 a gallon in the next couple of years. That's where we're headed. Do you not know what the BRICS are? Do you not understand what Saudi Arabia is doing to us? Do you know our president's, like, seriously, this is scary crap. But that's where the public is. And that's when you have an absolute crash and everyone's heading for the exits and they're banging on bank doors and screaming and yelling, that's when you should be sitting back with your popcorn going, I'm ready. I'm just, hey, what's gold price today? Oh, it's up another $100. That happened right after, 2008, after October 2008, gold just started taking off, and I'd get there and I'd go, hey, how much is silver up today? Oh, $3. Oh, cool. How much is gold up? It's up like $80 an ounce. Sweet. We're watching stories of everything burning down financially, and I'm just sitting back going, okay, what do I spend my money on? That's where I want you to be. But see, that's why you haven't seen that fast, sharp downward spike, because these people aren't caring about, they don't even know. And you don't know what you don't know until you know it. All right? It says here, this is the U.S. Sun contacted the institution, Citizens Bank, for comment on the outlet's closure. And they say, this is a quote from them, many of today's businesses turnarounds aren't about salvaging a failing company, Citizens CEO Bruce Van Swan wrote in a statement. So let me repeat that. Many of today's businesses turnarounds aren't about salvaging a failing company. That means they're failing. So we're not failing? We're not failing. We're just closing places to grow. That's what we're doing. Cool. Show me all the outlets you're opening. Are they equal to or more than the ones you're closing? And it's just like crickets. So that's right there is a perfect use of wordsmithing. Thank you, Bruce Van Swan. Your bank's failing. Get ready for it, everyone. Instead, they're about positioning a company for the future, increasing its value and delivering sustainable growth. You are high, Bruce Van Swan, if you think the economic ninja and Ninja Nation believes you at all. Like, what are you smoking? That crap shouldn't be legal. Oh, I get it. You're putting some more hopium in your peace pipe. That ain't gonna... Citizens Bank, which is headquartered in Providence, Rhode Island, has 1,100 branches and says its roots date back to 1828. That doesn't matter. It doesn't mean crap. This economic crash is going to take out so many businesses that even made it through the Great Depression. Citizens offers retail and commercial banking products and services to individuals, small businesses, middle market companies, large corporations, and institutions. All right, I'm done with this crap. Anytime I hear a CEO wordsmithing and saying, this doesn't mean we're crashing. Yeah, you moron. It does. Like that, this is insane. Oh, by the way, this is not the Economic Ninja channel. I'm his brother, the Real Estate Ninja. Hit the thumbs up or the subscribe button if you want. If not, don't worry. I'm going to start getting more grumpy. Type 9 if you're getting grumpy too. It's like, this is like, okay, family and friends, copy. The economy's not falling. Yes, you just paid more for insurance, paid more for gas. Do you have family that you've been warning and they've been laughing at you, but yet they want to complain about the price of gas and they want to complain about the price of food and all this stuff? You're like, shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear you. If you don't want to talk about economic crash and getting ready, shut up. Yeah, C9s. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, morons. I'm sorry. Don't call them morons, but they are. A moron is somebody that can't like put together, in the same thing, reality and separate fake. That's the economic, dang it, the Real Estate Ninjas abbreviation. Hey, how you doing? I know, weird dude yelling in his truck. Enjoy your day. People look at me weird when I do this stuff. I'm not going to read any more crap from citizens, okay? Now we're going to dive into Wells Fargo. Check this out, because Wells Fargo is awesome. You know what they're awesome at? Lying and cheating and stealing. They make up fake accounts. They get fined, but don't worry. Their quarterly profits show that they make more money lying and stealing from you than the fines they got to pay to the federal government. It's pretty much racketeering. I can't even imagine why anybody would have a Wells Fargo account. All right, I'm just going to do it. To the brave people, type 11 if you got Wells Fargo. Type 12 if you don't and you think Wells Fargo is insane because they keep breaking the law. Like, out of any of those banks, of all of them. No, actually, sorry, I loathe Bank of America even more. Yeah, I loathe Bank of America even more. So number 2 is Wells Fargo. And I'm telling you right now, just the amount of times they've been fined for breaking the law. Everyone should pull their Wells Fargo money out. Do you want to talk about a statement? Ooh, maybe I should make a video. Wells Fargo will be like, we're going to sue you. I'm like, so what? It's my opinion. Seriously. Here we go. Out of franknez.com. Wells Fargo is now freezing bank accounts in a new scandal. What? Now, I'm sure you guys have heard about this, but I'm going to give you my 2 cents because I think it's important. No, it's just worth 2 cents. 2 cents isn't even worth anything. You can't even... Wells Fargo is now freezing bank accounts according to new reports from a consumer that has now led to a lawsuit. Wells Fargo seized a customer's funds and shut down his bank account over a legitimate $207,000 deposit. Let me just let you know, this has happened to me. I'm going to tell you that in a second. Ethan Parker says he opened a new account at the bank late last year specifically to deposit a large check that he received after the death of his adoptive mother. But 15 days after the deposit, Parker says Wells Fargo shuttered the account, took the funds, and accused him of forging the check, reports DH. According to the lawsuit, Parker then obtained a letter from the firm that issued the check to confirm its legitimacy. Let me stop right there and just tell you, I have had my accounts frozen before and everything be put on a watch list for the bank and them calling me going, did you expect this deposit? I'm like, what part of when I opened up the bank account didn't you understand? He said, are you expecting large deposits? Yeah, I'm going to expect large deposits. I'm a businessman. I do jobs all the time. Y'all, but not that big. You're like, are you high? Jeez-o. It's like there's no say. You can't even bring in money, wired funds into your account that's a large amount. I won't say how much it is, but it's not that much. Actually, it's less than this. It was less than this. And them freak out. There's no financial freedom in banking these days. So let's go back to this story. But the bank was not swayed and continued to deny Parker access to the funds without adequate explanation. The lawsuit asked the courts to force Wells Fargo to release the funds and says Parker has been damaged in an amount to be proved at trial. And I hope they win. And you know what? Wells Fargo's gonna go, whatever, pay him $1 million. Who cares? I think that we need to figure out some way of telling everyone, I should just do some master video. Look at all the times Wells Fargo has lied. Well, then what else are they lying about? Maybe we should pull our money out. Now, I'm not a Wells Fargo customer, because I just don't like them. But I don't like them for this reason. Maybe I should do a video like that. I don't know. Definitely open you up to a lawsuit, but it's just the truth. If I just use the truth, you know, people don't like the truth these days. They'd feel a lot stronger with fact checkers telling them, hey, dear fact checker, is the ninja right? Did Wells Fargo really lie? Even though it appears they've lied and paid a fine, the fine stated that they do not have to admit doing any wrongdoing. See, ninja, they didn't admit to it. They just paid a fine. It means nothing. Oh my gosh. Type 11 if you think people that need a fact checker are morons. I know, Real Estate Ninja, you're supposed to be serious. We're going to make so much money from these morons. I'm not joking. I'm sorry. If you don't like the word moron, you should definitely unsubscribe. If you like the word moron, stick around. But Wells Fargo isn't the only bank freezing customer accounts. What? The U.S. Treasury Direct has left users without access to their accounts from weeks to months, according to Bank of America, has also frozen more than 1,000 accounts connected to Coinbase this summer. What are you talking about? That's the first bank that the ninja hates. Oh, what? This is why you have lots of bank accounts. One bank freezes you, you're like, oh, you guys are morons. All right, I'll deal with you later. I got to go keep living and doing business and crushing it over here. So I'm going to go to my other bank. And then once I'm done fixing this problem and proving you wrong, I'm pulling all my funds out. That's why you need multiple banks. There's a lot of warnings about this. A U.S. bank now leaving customers unable to pay their bills after freezing multiple accounts and holding money hostage. I have been trying to get a replacement card since August 5th and have been given the runaround. It's now September and still no card. We're talking about Bank of America now. They keep giving me one due date for the card to arrive after another. And since that time, another direct deposit have been deposited. I cannot pay my bills or buy medicine. Okay, this is from Eloise Hall. Eloise, I'm going to tell you this. I am the real estate ninja, not the economic ninja. We look a lot alike. We're twins. Get multiple banks. I've been warning about this. Then you don't have this problem. Type 50, 5 and a 0. If you have multiple different bank accounts because you've been getting ready this, 50, type 50, type 49 because you're one below 50 if you only have one. Admit it. And look at it. Look at it. All these people, actually, I recognize literally almost every single one of these people hitting 50 right now because they've been watching this crazy channel for a long time. And thank you, everyone, for your continued support. So there's all 50s. I don't see 159 or 49. If you've never seen this channel, type 51. I'm curious. Oh, there's some 49. Someone, okay, cool. That's honesty. That's good. Honesty, that's how we get. Oh, and someone just left Wells Fargo. Weird. So what my point being is this. Have multiple bank accounts. Let's just dive into here. Green Dot Bank. Users have reported multiple fraud incidences where the bank is prohibiting customers from gaining access to their money. The bank, this is Green Dot Bank. I also reported on them. Weird. It's weird. This is all coming true. All these banks I told you about. All right. Sorry, I digress. The bank, which is now facing a fraud allegation lawsuit, has left customers with no money from weeks to several months, many of which include retirees. My friend had this happen during a COVID. All Green Dot would say was that they weren't giving him his money back. It was over $3,000. Now check this out. Eventually, we reached out to the FDIC general attorney, and once Green Dot was contacted by them, they reached out to my friend telling him it was all a misunderstanding. Oh, that sucks. You got to go to the attorney general and the FDIC. Weird. The entire process took about 5 months and we didn't give up. And eventually he got his money back, but he did lose his place to live in the meantime because he couldn't pay rent or bills. Can you imagine? This is going to happen. Not everybody watches this channel, right? So this is where, like, this real estate crash, if you're not ready for this and not seeing how simple it is going to be, someone's going to stop paying their mortgage and they're like, well, my bank denied me. And your mortgage company's like, oh, we don't care. We're going to come take your house. But I'm trying to fight the bank and they're illiquid and there's a crisis. See, it's in the news. And they're like, we don't care because if we don't come take your house, we're going to be illiquid. it is, this crash is so massive, so complex, but yet so simple, it blows me away. I think there's 2 of those links left today for the $250 discount if you want it. Point being is this, it's really bad and it's going to get worse. Are you going to be prepared or are you going to be scared? The Real Estate Ninja is out.